A Zen-inspired guide to stillness. Have you ever felt stuck? Like no matter what you do, no progress is being made. You read the books, you do the work, you meditate, you pray, and yet nothing. No enlightenment, no insights, just a vast, frustrating emptiness. We live in a world obsessed with movement. Society tells us growth means more action, more effort, more results. But what if the greatest periods of growth look like nothing at all? Today on Must I Evolve, I want to introduce the idea of spiritual hibernation, a hidden, powerful phase in every seeker's journey. It's a time where things slow down, motivation disappears, and inspiration runs dry. But it's also a time of deep transformation, if you learn how to trust it. So today, I invite you to sit with me, slow down, and look at why sometimes the best thing you can do for your soul is absolutely nothing at all.
Welcome to Must I Evolve, a lecture series on spiritual growth and philosophy, presented in conjunction with No Expectations, the podcast.
To begin, I'd like to talk about the myth of constant progress. We've been conditioned to believe that growth is a straight line, that if we put in effort, results will naturally follow. But this is an illusion, because nature doesn't grow in straight lines, neither do we. Let's look at a simple example in the natural world. Let's call it the bamboo parable. When a bamboo seed is planted, nothing happens for years. No sign of life, no sprouting, just stillness. But beneath the surface, something is happening. Roots are growing deep, stretching far beyond what the eye can see. And then, suddenly, after years of apparent nothingness, the bamboo shoots up several feet, almost overnight. Our spiritual journey is often just like that. We mistake quiet, still periods for stagnation, when in reality, they're times of deep, unseen transformation. Have you ever had a moment where an idea, a realization, or even an answer to a problem appeared suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere? Maybe that wasn't sudden or an accident. Maybe that was the result of a long, invisible processing happening beneath the surface. Just like the bamboo, our deepest changes happen underground, beyond what we can measure. So why do we resist these phases so much? Why do we panic when nothing seems to be happening? In Zen, there's a saying, sitting quietly, doing nothing, spring comes, and the grass grows by itself. Imagine a pond. If you stir it constantly, the water becomes muddy and unclear. But if you let it sit, it settles, and clarity emerges on its own. Spiritual hibernation works in the same way. The more you resist it, the more you stir the mud. But if you allow stillness, clarity arises naturally. Many of the greatest Zen teachers spent years sitting in quiet obscurity, seemingly doing nothing. The legendary Master Bodhidharma meditated in a cave for 9 years, not seeking, not striving, simply being. When asked what he had accomplished, he simply said, I have come to know my own heart. So sometimes stepping back is actually stepping forward. Sometimes doing nothing is the most important work of all. Like I referenced at the beginning of the show, we live in a world that worships action. But let's be honest, how much of us have spent years seeking spiritual insight only to feel more lost than ever? The harder we chase enlightenment, the more it eludes us. The more we grasp at answers, the more confused we become. In Zen, they call this grasping at the moon. No matter how hard you try to grab it, it slips through your fingers. But when you let go, when you stop grasping, the moon is simply there. This is the paradox. Spiritual growth happens when you stop trying to force it. So how do we embrace spiritual hibernation instead of fighting it? Ways to embrace spiritual hibernation. If you're in this phase right now, let me tell you, you're not failing. You're not lost. You're exactly where you need to be. Begin to accept the season you're in. Life moves in cycles: birth, growth, decay, rest, and rebirth. In the cycle of seasons, winter is not dead. It's resting, gathering strength for spring. Instead of resisting your hibernation, perhaps you ask, what if this is exactly what I need right now? Stay present without forcing. You don't have to do anything grand. Say that again. You don't have to do anything grand. Simple, mindful practices like breathing deeply, walking in nature, making tea with your full attention can be enough. Presence is its own form of practice. Start to put a little trust in the process. Trust and believe that even when you don't see growth, it's happening. Every great transformation was preceded by a period of stillness. The seed does not question why it is in the dark. It simply prepares for the light. Going back to the bamboo, sometimes awakening comes suddenly. A young monk approached the Zen master frustrated. "Master, I feel lost. My practice feels empty. I meditate, I pray, but nothing happens." The master led the monk to a grove of bamboo. "Look at these trees," he said. "The bamboo spends years growing its roots before it ever breaks the surface. It appears to do nothing, but when the time is right, it grows faster than any other tree." The monk bowed in understanding. So, just because you don't see any progress doesn't mean it's not happening. Spiritual hibernation is not the end of the journey. Maybe it's the preparation for your greatest growth. And when the time is right, just like the bamboo, you'll rise from the ground with a great spurt. So as a simple call to reflection, I ask you today, if you're in a phase where nothing seems to be happening, can you just trust it? Can you allow yourself to be the bamboo? Because sometimes the greatest leaps come after the longest waits. Thanks for listening. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Also, if you're looking for longer content around this, check out our podcast, No Expectations, the podcast, wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Wherever you are in your life, enjoy your journey. Be happy, be well.